or something over that.
1 pound.
Yeah, 700 grams.
Yeah, so 700
Grams. Yeah, it's 1.5. I see.
First day.
Just today. Yeah. Well, we say this is about 1.
2.2 here. If I go down at least like 2 pounds here, 2-3 pounds, then I'm
1 pound. This will be fixed.
So I'm 199 after the sauna we did with my dad. I went on the scale downstairs and up here just to see if there was a difference when like I didn't have any shorts on or anything, and I was 199. And then I filled up that water bottle with some salt water and some date sugar, and I put it on the scale, and I'm 199.8, 200, like roughly. So like I'm good. I don't need to worry. I can actually start rehydrating myself now, and it's 11:35, and the weigh-ins are at 3. So, and the practice scale is here at 2, and me, Daniel, Mike, and my dad realized that that scale is off by like 1.5 pounds. So I'm probably like 198, something like that. So I'm really not worried about like drinking that and just like rehydrating now so that I'm good for the fight at 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna sit, drink, enjoy, and go for a walk. It's nice outside. Like that. Right now, I think it's on.
Both wear different disguise. I try to find a way to divide my heart and my mind.
Quebec, comment nous a dit, tu passes seul?
Now what you're looking for, it's okay, I don't mind. Let's not waste any time, any more time. If I lose myself tonight, don't be afraid. Just walk away, you'll find a way. Because I lie, you lie, we lie. It's not the way it used to be. Used to be. I lie, you lie, we lie. It's not the way it used to be. Used to be.
What does it say?
90. Kind of have like 2.2 pounds to fuck with, right? Because I have like a kilo. Easy, baby. I was fucking drinking while sitting down.
Yeah.
People are like,
I weighed myself at 64.
I know.
This scale.
I saw on this one.
Well, yeah.
I would go when the fight starts,
Okay.
like at 7,
Yeah.
and then you'll be done by before I fight, you know, and then you'll relax because then everyone else might have to go cut weight again or something, you know.
Or after their fight.
Yeah. So you don't want to be there. You rather just have it to yourself.
Everybody telling me the boys improving. Now I'm tearing up lanes like join the Lucas. Took a low break, I'm back and still got it. Never got a rhyme by stacking this profit. Yeah, they been shocked and mad that Vince popping. I planned in advance, you planned it just got. Now I'm bringing a veteran team, living American dream. Never gonna fucking bow down and get on my knees. Bitch, you better believe, flipping the venom with these. Put them on blast, now they got a vendetta with me. Gotta be the best, can't settle with fine. I pull a word up on the mic, I develop in time. The second I rhyme, you feel it when the temperature rises. Bitch, I've been bringing the bars like a federal crime. Running for the top, I come up out of the wasteland. Hit them all with lyrical bullets.
So it's been roughly 4 months since the series ended with that last fight. As you guys saw, I lost, of course. But we're 4 months down the line, so let's give you a little recap of what happened. So after that fight, talked a lot with my dad, a lot with the coaches and everything, and pretty much just talked of what happened, why I didn't perform at my best and everything like that. Come to find out that the guy I did fight had roughly like 10 fights before this. I had 0. I came off a fracture of my hand, so I didn't get any sparring in, I didn't get much training in, and I was also in my last year of university. It's hard to fight and study and internship and do all these things at the same time when you're not fully committed into one thing, and that was one thing I noticed. The guy that you guys saw that won, he injured his eye. I believe he cut something in his eye, right under his eye, so he wasn't allowed to fight at the Olympic trials even though he won. And the guy that got second place, because that was for third place, he's already there. But usually what they do in the Olympic trials is they send 2 people per province in Canada. So this guy's not being able to go, the runner-up is me. What I don't understand though, what happened was they called me 4 days before the Olympic trials. I was 16 pounds heavier than I needed to be, and I had about a 3-hour window to give them a response if I was going to fight or not. And this is while I was in Montreal on a ski hill, relaxing, snowboarding, and kind of just enjoying myself with friends. Call my mom, call my dad, call Daniel, call Patrick, call like my family next to me, call my girlfriend. I'm like, my girlfriend was with me, and I was like, guys, I have no idea what to do. Like, I don't know, do I do it? Do I not do it? And you know, people are telling me, or my family is telling me, Zach, it's a once in a lifetime chance. It's not like it's gonna happen. But then on the other side, it's very health concerning because 16 pounds in 4 days is like horrible. It's so bad. I would never do that to anybody. I would never prescribe that. I wouldn't even do it as like a challenge for you guys. It's so stupid. Like, if I was gonna lose weight and do absolutely nothing, sure, why not? But like, to lose weight, to go punch someone in the face or get punched in the face, like, that was so stupid. But it wasn't, because I don't regret it, and it was a decision I made, and I decided to say yes. Within the 3-hour time frame, I had to say yes, and it was a horrible weight cut. I did it, mind you, because I did fight. I did lose, of course, because how can you compete when you're insanely dehydrated? But what actually was so bad about it was I had to fast for about like 3 days right away. So I had to do like a 3-day fast, which I ended up losing about 7.5 pounds in those 3 days. Did I lose muscle mass? Did I lose other stuff like that? 100% I did. And then the last like 10 pounds or 9 pounds that I had to lose was on the day where in Montreal we were getting blackouts of electricity. So it took me like 6 hours, I believe, to cut half the weight, 4 or 5 pounds, not even the 9. So I went to bed at like 203 pounds, which was like 2.5 to 3 pounds overweight, right? Went to bed, I was exhausted. I spent roughly like 2.5 hours in the sauna if you accumulated everything from like the 20 minutes we had till the lights shut off, and then went back on, and it was like so painful, it was horrible. I wake up the next day on no sleep because we went to bed at like 1:30 in the morning. I wake up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, so I slept 4 hours to do the other 3 pounds of a weight cut. So I wake up in the morning, Daniel comes over, my girlfriend's there, and I'm suffering in the sauna, man. I'm in the sauna and I'm barely sweating anymore. It took like 30 minutes of me being in the sauna to even start sweating a little bit, and then even at that point it wasn't enough. Daniel drives me to the weigh-ins. I'm still overweight by like 0.5 pounds. What do? I spent 15 minutes skipping rope outside the place. I stripped down butt-ass naked to make sure that like no rings or necklaces or anything else is like weighing on the scale. I go on the scale, I make weight like exactly on weight. I follow the protocol that I've established to rehydrate properly, to do it in a proper manner. I put on roughly, I'd say about like 5 pounds, 6 pounds, which is not as much as I did in the past, which was an indicator for me that my body wasn't rehydrating as properly as it should be. I still followed along and did what I had to do. And then come fight day, I got knocked out. It was like a flash knockout. It happens. I got hit with the overhand right, which I've been hit with so many times in my sparring and my fights before, and I've never like fell and stood back up like that. Because my coach knew that I got a concussion before, after the fight that you guys just saw, I got a mild concussion. Concussion is concussion, they're all considered the same. I was out for a little bit, so he knew, so he threw in the towel right away. I lost the fight. Next thing you know what happens, I end up in the hospital for about 4.5 days. They have no idea what's going on with me. I'm shaking as if I'm having a seizure for about 36 to like 72 hours. I get a spinal tap test, shove a needle in my back. I get chest x-rays, urine tests, blood samples. No. Next thing you know, come find out I have like this cold that they don't know what it is. And I had a fever for 12 days. I had night sweats for about 10 days. So I was dehydrated every single day for 10 days. I lost my appetite. I lost another 12 to 14 pounds. And it was a horrible time. Daniel was like worried about me. My parents were worried about me. My girlfriend was worried about me. My girlfriend and was like crying because she didn't know what the hell was going to happen to me. I got this dumbass circle on my face after the fight, which come to find out it's like a fungal infection. In French it's called la tenne, and it's like a ringworm, which pretty much just like disrupts your hair follicles. So like everything just went bad. Everything that you could think about in a fight when it comes to losing weight, like on a short notice, to getting knocked out, to getting sick. Like I got everything in one. And that was everything that happened. January, I started training again. I started feeling better. I went to go get brain tests, scans, everything to make sure everything's good. Don't worry guys, I'm okay. Everything's okay. My brain is okay. It's functioning at a really great capacity. Nothing's disrupted. But after all that, after I got better, after my health is a lot better now, we sat down with my dad, with our coaches, and we pretty much decided that in the next year I'm gonna go pro. So I'm gonna go back to MMA like I was in the past. We're not gonna do boxing pro, but I'm still training boxing a lot. I went to Florida, actually when I got back and I was healthier, just to do a boxing training for pretty much 2 weeks. I found in Montreal I don't have enough people my size to train with, to spar with, to move around with, just to do drills with. So when I went to Florida, there was about 20 guys my size. It was perfect. I got to train hard 3 times a day, every day for about 2 weeks. It's great training. So now the goal is to, within this next year, to fix everything that I need to fix, right? Get better at my kicks with my Muay Thai coach, get better at the little boxing errors that I was doing, which really, I was able to fix when I was in Florida. And now just fix everything. I have a solid team with me, take care of everything. And also, because in this next year I want experience, I'm gonna be competing a lot again. So the journey to pro is still gonna be the journey, right? It's still gonna be a journey for you guys to follow in my MMA career, but it's also gonna be all those fights that I lost, that you guys have been with me, that you've seen me lost. I'm gonna fight every single one of those guys again. 100%, that's definitely what's happening. I'm gonna do a couple of MMA fights, MMA tournaments, maybe 3 to 5 of them. I'm going to Thailand this summer, potentially, to do a training there and also to fight around 1 to 2 times. Probably gonna go to the States to do some kickboxing fights as well, because there's more of a kickboxing community there than there is here. And just compete. A lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, just put in the rounds, compete. If you're not practicing what you're doing and competing, you're not gonna get any better. And guys that are putting in the work and competing, they're gonna get better and they're gonna outwork you and they're gonna kick your ass. That's pretty much exactly what happened. Now school's done, I'm working on just training, putting all the time I can. And yeah, that's the update. It's everything that happened. That's everything for you guys to know. We didn't really know how to end this video, so we're doing it this style. I think it's the best way to update you guys to know what's going on and what's going to be happening. So now it's gonna be the journey to pro. We're gonna be putting out videos roughly once a week. We're gonna start with episode 1. It's gonna come out next week. I want you guys to have it, and you guys will be able to experience this with me, right? Let's say in 52 weeks from now, I go pro. You guys got to see every single episode until I turn pro, and I want you guys to be there. I think it's a journey that'll be great to see. I think it would be great for YouTube, honestly, because you'll be able to see a fighter grow and then go pro, and then when he's pro, continue and see how far he can go. So I've yet to see a documented fighter do that, besides the fighters that are already pro and they're just posting about, like, you know, stuff and training and everything like that. So I think it would be fun. Don't worry, all the other videos are still happening, all the rehab, all the recipes, everything else, all these cool little videos, they're coming out, but definitely the journey to pro is starting next week, so stay tuned. Really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for all the support and the messages that you guys sent me, especially when I was sick in the hospital. Much love to all you guys. So that's it for now. See you guys next week. It's your boy, Datsit Zach. Punch, headbutt, elbow, knee.